Ahead and start the meeting then. Thank you. All right, welcome everybody. We're gonna go ahead and start the meeting, so hold your ears. Welcome to the Pathways Rotary Club. We're very, very happy to have all of our members and also all of our guests from all over the world. We have a very special meeting tonight. So I just have a couple of announcements. One announcement is that we will not have a special social meeting in December. We will just cancel that because many, many people are so busy around the Christmas time. So we're going to cancel that and continue our meetings again in January. So that is the only business, except if you have an email from Sue, you must check your email with important board vote. So please check your email if you are a member of Pathways. All right, with that, I'm going to hand it over to Eloisa to talk about this really amazing project and what all progress you've made, you and Bob. So go ahead, take it away.
Thank you, Chris. Please make yourselves comfortable as Rotary once again manifests its ability to connect people and cultures, giving hope and receiving it through acts of service that reflect the goodness and compassion in our hearts. In the spirit of care and respect and dignity that we offer the beneficiaries of our projects, we would like to imprint the same spirit in this gathering tonight and express our gratitude for your presence. I am going to introduce our highly regarded guests that accompany us. Please raise your hands so as I call you so that you may be recognized. So Richard Churchman, Big Rich, are you here? Okay. I don't see him. Maybe he should be joining us pretty soon. Jim Duke from District 6600. I believe we've seen you, but maybe the others have not. Andy Bone, the International Service Chair of District 6600. Andy, please wave. Has Oscar Gutierrez. I don't know if he has joined us, and if not, Juan Carlos Chavez will be representing the current district governor of 4110. Tim Ryan, please wave. District governor-elect, year 24-25, and Sergio Tejada, district governor-elect from District 4110, please wave. And also, Sergio is also a member of the Fondo Unido Rotario de Mexico, FORMEX, and he has an acquaintance with Ron Napoon and Big Rich too. Gary Newton, our chairperson of MESA, Medical Equipment and Supplies Abroad, to whom we are very, very grateful for the shipments that we've been able to send into Mexico. Thank you and welcome. Keith Hodkins, are you here? Please wave. Past district governor from 6600. Oh, here you are. Hello, welcome, Keith. Good to see you. Diana Savage. I don't see her. Has Ted Huffhines arrived? He's past district governor from 5830. Bob Callahan, past district governor from 6880. Linda Mong, past district governor from 6880. Janice Elka, we saw you a while ago, past district governor from 6510. Susie Cantrell, district 6780. Karen Mines, Mainz, 5830. Earl Ingram from district 6880. Chris Lyons, we've said hello from district 6510. Jim Rocklow has also joined us from past district governor from 6780. Bob Cook, past district governor from 6600. Jim Hunt, past district governor from 6600. Our club presidents, as you have heard, are Chris Wilson, Pathways Rotary Club, and Alejandro Aguirre from the Rotario Campestre in Chihuahua. And representing our host committee members of the Global Grant are Benito Rodriguez, Juan Carlos Chavez, and Carlos Reynal. Representing the Global Grant International Committees from the Pathways Rotary Club, Steve Miller and Matt Peabody. I don't know if other Campestre Club members have joined us. I know that Jorge Rios is here. I don't know if Pedro Perez Mata, I'm going to take a look. No, I don't see him yet. Okay. Oh, Oscar Gutierrez, I see you, Oscar. If you can turn your video, it'd be nice for us to see you if that is possible. So maybe the other, I'd like to say hello, introduce Laura Ayub Tuche. She's from a board member of Captar, and Jana Garza. Hi, Jana, please say hello. Is also a member of Captar. She accompanied us on the Tarahumara tour. Luisa Ramos is the director of Captar. So thank you all very, very much for joining us. And Chris Lyons, I did mention you. So there's also another friend, and that was Cesar Chavez that joined us a while ago. Okay, I will come back to my other.
Big Rich has joined the meeting.
Oh, Big Rich. Hello, Big Rich. Welcome. Will you please wave so that we can see you? Okay. He's not appearing in my screen. Can you see Big Rich?
It's just dark, folks. I'm in my car. I'm going to the house, so I'll be on my computer in a few minutes.
Okay. I also want to introduce Nicola Anacabe and his lovely wife, Marielo Solis Terrazas de Anacabe. So thank you so very much for joining us. And I would like to continue after this introduction and identifying ourselves and having an idea of from what parts of the world we're coming in. We were able to mention some of our club members from Japan and from other parts of the world. So I would like to hand over the mic to Bob Cook so that he can give us a message on international friendships. Go ahead, Bob. Thank you.
Thank you, Eloisa. To my fellow Rotarians, I just want to say to you how much I appreciate every single one of you for what you're involved in. I've been a Rotarian since 1969. I've been a Rotarian member of clubs in 2 different countries. And in all that period of time, I don't think Rotary has ever stood taller than it does tonight. And I say that because we're on the verge of bringing hope to some people for whom hope has been very difficult to keep. This is an opportunity to save lives. And what greater opportunity could there be at this time of year than to be able to reach out and save lives of people who are losing hope? And to do it together across international borders with people of goodwill would make Paul Harris feel that his efforts were worthwhile. And so I think what we're doing tonight and what we'll be doing in the days ahead will bring honor to Rotary, and it'll bring help to some very needy people. And for all that, I want to thank each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart. I know we all are people who have a sense of compassion, or we wouldn't be doing what we're doing. But this is when Rotary is at its best. And I thank you, and I'm glad to be participating with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you. We would like to hand the microphone over to Benito Rodriguez, and he's going to share his thoughts on the impact that this project will have in the lives of the inhabitants of the Sierra Tarahumara. Thank you, Benito.
Thank you, Eloisa. Hello, good night to everyone. I'm Benito Rodriguez. I'm with Campestre, Chihuahua, the Rotary Club, that it's the local host for this program. And this program is getting to our club through one of our members, who is Carlos Reynal. Carlos Reynal joined efforts with CAPTAR. CAPTAR is a very established social organization here in Chihuahua that has been doing this for a long time. They have several thousands units already invested. I don't know, about 2,000 seats, water seats already. We are just contributing with a very small part, but that small part will bring impact, a very high impact and more quality of life to the people of the Sierra Tarahumara. Our contribution with you guys and along with Rotary will come up to about $111,000, but that amount only represents 30% of the whole investment. The rest of the participants here locally are our district 4110, and they will be giving 70%. So in that all, our investment with you guys will be about $111,000, and locally we have raised with local associations another $260,000. So that'll give us an amount of about $300 and 80 something $1,000. That is will bring a big effort from us and you guys to our Tarahumara people here in Chihuahua. These will bring benefits in their quality of life. They don't have anything right now, water. They have to walk for miles and miles, mostly women and little girls, to get water. And Luisa Ramos from CAPTAR, Laura, they have been doing great efforts, Cesar Chavez. So this effort will help them help more people. For our club, we will be very honored to work with you guys and to keep working with CAPTAR and the local organizations. And not only in this Rotary year, we hope in the future, in the near future, this program will continue with us. In our screens, we see Juan Carlos Chavez. He's a member of our club. He is a former governor of our district, and also is Oscar Gutierrez, who is the district governor right now. And also we have Sergio Tejada, who will be our next district governor. So we have a lot of future in our hands, and we are very trusted in our members, and we trust in the association that we could have with you guys. And we would like to thank you for this effort. This effort will bring more health to the people in Sierra Tarahumara, and they will also have more quality of life. They will have extra time to study, to work, and to work in themselves instead of walking miles and more miles and more miles just for getting a couple of buckets of water. Thank you, guys. I don't know if Juan Carlos, Alejandro have anything else to say.
Please unmute your microphone, Alejandro and Juan Carlos. Thank you. Yes, Alejandro.
Yes, okay. Good evening, everyone, again. I'm delighted to be. Okay, what I can tell you is our club decided to participate in this project, water harvesting. And we now have what that means when you don't have enough water to live. We live in a special zone in Chihuahua, in Mexico especially, and we want to bring solutions. Well, small solution according to all the problem in the Sierra, and we are happy to work with you. We're happy to bring some help to these people, and especially. The Strength the Rotary Network is a special situation right here. This project allows Rotary clubs to work together and strengthen their networks locally and international. Collaboration with other clubs and organizations can lead a greater impact and efficiency in humanity in this effort. And we are happy to work with you. We are happy to bring solution, to bring water, to bring life to the people that is needed right now. So all your help, all your All you can give to these people is value for them, is value for the society, is value for the Rotarian projects and for the world. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Alejandro. Juan Carlos.
Sí, gracias. Thank you very much. Well, Benito Rodriguez has said everything, I think so, and my president Alex too. So I just wanted to thanks all of you by the effort you are making in order to help the people in La Sierra. As Benito said, and Alex, this project is gonna bring some, not just water. It's gonna bring many benefits to the people in La Sierra, especially the health things. So I am honored to be here and work along with you in this project, and we hope at the end of the project delivers all the happiness and all the health we are expecting to. So thank you very much to everybody, and we'll see you soon here in Chihuahua, Bob, and everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, Juan Carlos. And they are great hosts. Bob and I, and many can testify to that. Oscar Gutierrez, would you like to speak on behalf of the district? You would just have to unmute yourself. And while we wait for Oscar, I would just like to say hello to Pedro. Pedro Perez Mata is another member of the Campestre Rotary Club, past president, and also very knowledgeable and very committed to the Sierra Tarahumara. Please wave, Pedro. Good. Okay. Well, maybe Oscar Gutierrez can join us later. I am going to turn now. If somebody else would like to speak from your club, Benito, before I move.
Let me just wrap a little bit of ideas.
Yes, Carlos.
Okay, well, this all started with a friendship with Mr. Bob Cook, and I'm very grateful that we have moved forward with Pathways and all the international Rotarian members that are present today. I just want to tell you that on behalf of Campestre, the Chihuahua Rotarians, the most service-oriented fellow members are present, as is our treasury, who is Jorge Rios, Benito, who is our service commission, Juan Carlos, who is our past governor, and he's the one that always puts together the grants in the system. Alejandro, our president, like you said, the philosophical knowledge to bring everybody united. So we are very delighted to fulfill this mission of service with you, and just want to thank the opportunity to bring hope to people and to endure their quality of life, not only for water, also health and education. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Carlos. Thank you. Safe driving. And I'm going to share. Yes. Was somebody wanting to say something? Okay. So I'm going to move now to share with you our experiences during our Tarahumara trip. Does everybody see the screen, the PowerPoint on the screen? Yes. Okay. So I would just like to say that this was our October 2023 water project assessment and tour to the Tarahumara to participate in a water harvest installation workshop, where we were able to put our hands directly into that community by shaking people's hands, greeting them, and also put our hands into the actual workshop. So we were greeted very graciously, and they're always great hosts. The Campestre Club, we had a Rotary, participated in their Rotary meeting. We had lunch, and here is a picture of most of us that were there. And so very gracious. It was wonderful to see old friends and make new friends. We have quite a story of other projects in the past. And it's wonderful. To me, it was a great experience to see them, to participate, to laugh, to eat, to reminisce, and to look at the future. So that was our starting point, and we were very grateful for their hospitality. From the U.S., present were Bob Cook, Tim Ryan, and myself. And the others are participants, members of the Rotary Club, Capital board members, the director, the Businessmen's Foundation, very well represented by its director, Erika Seifer, and our dear friend Blanquita, who was nicknamed the Bumblebee at the end of the trip by Bob. This is where we prepared. The night before, food relief packages were loaded into 4 vehicles, and there were 5 vehicles that made the trip. So why do we take food relief packages? Because when you visit a community and you see the need, it's just so obvious, and we just cannot go empty-handed. So we know the needs, so we share. We had donations. Cesar Chavez made a donation. Creation Care International made another donation. Alberto, the wonderful guy that allows us to use his warehouse for storage of the medical equipment while it gets delivered to the other parts of the Sierra, is in charge of packaging, and he does a great job. So there we were. These are 2 other vehicles. As you see, these are Captat vehicles, and they are sponsored through funding that they do to provide transportation into the Sierra. Here we are at the meeting point early that morning, getting ready to make the trip. We had a little bit of difficulty with one of the vehicles, but it was taken care of, and there we are, getting ready to leave. To your far right, you will see Alberto Valdez. I do hope that he joins us, because he played a very pivotal part in this trip, because being a chemist and dedicated to providing and producing nutritional food was there, and his presence was very valuable. I'm getting a little bit of echo, so if somebody, if you would please close your microphones, mute yourselves, that would be really good, your microphones. So this is the place we stopped to visit this rural clinic in Bacaburiachi. There next to Tim Ryan, you see the mayor with the white and green cap, Alejandro, who's very helpful, very diligent. So we visit this clinic, and of course, we saw that some equipment from Mesa had been donated and installed, and we also asked for what other things might be needed because it was good to be there. This was a recently built clinic, but when we were there, there were still some empty places. So we know that there's still need, and this is just one of many rural clinics. So we encountered this teacher that has a boarding school, attends the young girls. It was quite interesting. Here we are inside the hospital, actually making that tour. We visited with the doctor. Of course, he asked us for an ambulance, so we've got Scott from Mesa, the director of operations, is on the look for that type of equipment or vehicle. And we were greeted also by the dancers, the Raramuri dancers. This is a Raramuri ceremony and a dance. And it's done on special occasions. And since we were making that trip and they were having guests, of course, they danced. But as they dance, they dance in gratitude for all the blessings that they have. They dance and they ask for rain. So this is probably where Bob Cook got inspired. So we gave it a short name to our water project. So it's called Dancing for Rain. So it's always a joy to see how they dance and their devotion as they dance. Here we are, and the mayor is here outside of the church where we gathered, explaining the purpose of the visit, and of course, participating, the people always listening, the children paying attention, the little girls eager to make contact and with us. You see the women there. They had been cooking the previous day. The mayor had taken, I believe that could have been about somewhere between 20 some chickens to prepare the lunch for us. So here we are. And Bob Cook, as I talked to him and I asked him how he was doing, he says, well, this is my first time having chicken a la Tarahumara. So there they are. You know, these are the hand-woven baskets that they make, that they weave, and these baskets have a utilitarian purpose. So there's food, they carry items, they place clothes, they serve different purposes. Here we are, taking a last picture so that we all would be there and have this remembrance. And of course, we wanted to bring some evidence so that we could share it with you. Here we are. It's always hard to say goodbye to the little girls and the little boys because they greet you, they ask you questions, they participate. Sergio was very good at putting them, providing some games for them and engaging with them. So, and then after that, we left Bacaburiachi, and we drove for a little bit more than 3 hours on our way to the next town in the Sierra, named or called Huachochi. Huachochi is another large municipality that holds one of the largest populations of indigenous. And this occasion, we had a wonderful, wonderful opportunity to say hello to our dear friend, Eulogio, who was district governor back yonder when Bob made a research trip and spent some time, and we visited his place and his family. We danced. His nephew played the violin. We danced around the fire, and we have just great, great memories. And of course, I asked him how he was doing. He took his hat and he says, well, I'm getting older. And I said, Eulogio, we all are, but it's wonderful to see you, and for us to see each other. So that was a great experience to say hello. And then we were graciously greeted by the mayors. The mayors play, a very important part in these trips that we make. Number one, we have a working relationship with them because they pay for the actual shipping of the medical equipment in some cases. I know Mesa is also supporting or will support pretty soon, but they pay for the shipment from Ohio to El Paso, and then from El Paso into Chihuahua, and then they come to the Chihuahua warehouse and they pick up the equipment and take it back home. So they graciously greet us in their municipalities. They offer food and sometimes lodging. And this occasion he did. So you will see the young man with a black jacket with glasses. He is the mayor of Huachochi, and he's very gracious. So we had the dinner there. And of course, I'll have to say that Jim enjoyed, he thought it was a really delicious meal. So he kept asking where the cooks were and where the cook were. The cook or the chefs were. So they came out and said hello. And of course, we had trout a la Tarahumara. Well, it wasn't Tarahumara, it was in the area at the name of the cabin. So during that meal, after that meal, we thought what would be a good gift or memoir for our guests, Bob and Tim. So Luisa managed to find and to negotiate and work with the tribal chiefs. Eulogio was one and Maria Luisa was the other one. Maria Luisa is the lady, the Raramuri lady in the light dress, and her husband is also there, Antonino. And she is now the current chief tribal leader, and Antonino has also been one. So they hold a very important position. So they were the ones that delivered the rods, the staffs. These rods have a very special meaning because they have been passed through generations and generations of the original Raramuri natives that were there. So to carry a staff is a very important and dignified aspect of their culture as leaders. So I would, in this next picture, I would like to ask Tim to join us and share with us, you know, I know we're all mindful about the time, but share with us, Tim, in your words, what you felt, what you experienced when this route was presented to you. Please unmute yourself, Tim, and join us.
Thank you, Eloisa. That staff that you're holding, or that I'm holding, was presented, one to me and one to Bob, and it was explained to us that it was a high honor from their culture, and they give those to people who do good works, and we don't really have words for it. It's crossing cultures, and it becomes pretty clear that they were giving us a high honor and a thank you. And so when I took that back to my Rotary Club and showed some of the people, I told them that I require more respect from them.
Totally agree, totally agree. Yes. And you also had a gift for Maria Luisa. You had some fabric that Cindy went looking for, and she was delighted. She said that she would make herself a beautiful, beautiful dress out of that fabric that you shared, that you gifted her with. So thank you.
And there is the picture of the fabric. And
yes, she's holding the.
Struck me as, you know, it was a bolt of fabric, and she was so delighted to receive it and explained that she was going to make a dress, I presume like the one that she's wearing right now, for herself and others. But in terms of gratitude, she was just delighted and delightful.
Yes. Thank you, Tim, for your kind words. So this is traveling to Saparichi, Huachoti. This is where we participated in the actual installation of a water harvest. In the back of the house, you see an adobe building. So because Kaptar had visited them and talked to them about the water harvesting possibility that they would have a water harvest tank, they built an additional room. So this is where you see how the benefit and their participation also in expanding and making good use of the support. This is the engagement in the water harvest. There's our dear Bob helping out as he's sawing the pipes. This is where the water, once it's installed in the tin roofs and on the sides, will fall, and then it will also well, there I am going up to hammer some of the tin roofs. That was quite an experience. And of course, Alberto was very mindful and watchful that I would not fall off the ladder. So it was quite an experience. There's Hannah, there's Cesar. We're greeting the ladies. They're usually shy, but that little bumblebee would always find ways of making their laugh. Here we are just checking how, you know, thin the corn stalks are, and that, of course, we confirmed that there was not going to be beans nor corn this year. They didn't make it. They didn't have a harvest. So Tim was supposed to do the inauguration of the water harvest. The tank is in the background. The water filter is on the top. It's a handmade water filter, and then there's another one. And Tim offered Hannah that she would be the one to inaugurate, and then Hannah turned it over to the owner of the house. So there they are, inaugurating. And then, of course, after that, a meal is prepared by the Captar team. So, you know, we were handed the instruments to prepare this meal in this great tisque. You know, it's called a discada, and it's made of meat and chorizo and onions and chilies, and it's very tasty. So there they are, smelling the food and getting ready. This is the delivery of the food packages. There's Bob delivering peanuts that were specially packed by Alberto. So what's next? What's next in this project? These are faces of the little girls in El Salvial and in El Cuervo, where we are aiming to do the next water harvest that our grant will help. You can see here the manifestations of malnutrition, and we're learning, and we're also going to be trained to detect these manifestations. There's inflammation, there's abdominal enlargement, there's spots in their skin. They even sometimes might have red hair, like the case of this little girl. So here we are on our way to Creel to spend the night there, rest after that day of hard work. We stopped there at Creel. And of course, Bob had been gifted this traditional wardrobe in Carichi. And here he is with his staff. And well, that was a very joyous occasion. We had dinner then, and we had dinner, and the next day we had this luncheon, and our special guest was Father Pato. His name is Father Javier Avila, and his nickname is Pato, the duck. So Bob, would you please give us some words on your experience and what we learned and from Father Pato? Please unmute your mic.
I'm happy to do that, Eloisa. Father Pato has been working with the Ravamuri for over 50 years, living with them. And in that period of time, he's learned a lot about how to go about it. And he began by giving us some very straight advice. He said, when you go with them, keep your mouth shut and listen. And I think that's very, very good advice. For us to be able to help them, we first need to show them the respect of listening to them. And he says that it's important that we treat them as equals and don't look down on them because they don't have much. They have a lot of things that maybe our culture doesn't have in terms of the way they integrate and share with one another. They don't have a sense of value based upon income. Their relationships with one another are not based upon what they can get from you. They are based purely on enjoying of one another and sharing and being a part of a community. I think one of the most important things he said that is, I think, a lesson for all of us as we think ahead. He said, many people come to take pictures of them and go away. What you can't do if you want to be effective is do one thing and I interpret it to mean that he believes it's important for us once we initiate a project like this, bring hope. Don't go away. Keep working at it and keep developing new ways of serving them. There's so much more I could tell you, but I think in the interest of time, I'll leave it at that.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you so much for sharing that experience. And I just want to express our deepest gratitude to the Rotary International District 6600, 4110, 6780, 5830, 6880, 6510, 6560 for their DDF contributions. I also want to thank the cash donations from the Campestre Pathways, Abbeville, and St. Mary's Club for funding the Global Grant Water Project, Dancing for Rain. And I'm going to say I'm going to stop right now and coming back, and I'm going to hand it over to Big Rich, because Big Rich is going to talk on behalf of Heart to Heart as cadre, and is also going to give us the good news of the funding. Big Rich, please unmute your microphone.
Sure, I'm unmuted here. Let me see if if it has anything that I can share the screen here, and let me see. I'll share this screen if it allows me. Can everybody see that? That's
Yes,
the
sir, we can.
breakdown. That's the breakdown that we have so
Yes.
far for the full $111,729. We're thankful for these districts that made it happen. I saw Jim Roxlow there. He's District 6780. They gave $2,174 toward it. District 4110, the host district, 16,582. 5830, which is Ted Huffines. I don't know if he's in. I didn't see him, but that's $10,000 in DDF. The International District 6600 at 6670 in DDF. 6880. I'm not sure who's in 6880 that I saw in this group here, but they gave $5,100 in DDF. 6510, you've got past District Governor Janice Alka, which is your DRFC there. You got District Governor Chris Lyons. I saw them online. They gave $15,000 in DDF. Very generous. Thank you. And then 6560, Bryce Adams. I know he's from that district. They gave $6,000. Pathways Club is one of the clubs, the International Club, $500. And the Abbeville Rotary Club here in District 6200 did a fundraiser and raised $500, and they wanted to contribute some. So as you can see, we're getting a World Fund match of $49,221 plus the $61,526 in DDF. The cash contributions comes out to exactly $111,723. Now, if I remember right, this program here, this is the global grant. But then there is also a foundation down there in Mexico that will also help us out. So who knows what the final number will be? Maybe Louisa might know. But anyway, it's we are fully funded as you can see with this grant.
I'll just add to that Bob Callahan and Earl Ingram and Linda Mung are from District 6880. And the number, right. Yes, and Benito Rodriguez has that number. So Benito, would you just provide that number that you gave us a while ago?
Yes, well, we're giving $111,000 more so. And FECHAC, who is a local foundation for the businessman here in Chihuahua, they're giving $259,000.
Well, I would like for all of us to give all of these districts and everybody that's participated, and Luisa and all the committee members, thank you so very much. And well, I just want to say that on behalf of the Raramuri families that will hopefully, once we still have to go through the step of being approved by the foundation, on behalf of the Raramuri families that will be receiving this wonderful support, on behalf of them, and as they say it, mateteraba, may I voice their gratitude. And their gratitude is always accompanied by a blessing, by a good wish. So mateteraba from them, and mateteraba from all of us too. And thank you so very much. We appreciate very much your time, your effort, your presence, for being here. And as I reflected as we were putting all of this together, I came to understand that we are carriers of hope as we share it, and hope as we receive it. So thank you so very much for being part of this. May you go home safe, and if you're at home, stay safe. I think that we are all contributing to provide safer places, to enhance community belonging. And I would just ask from all of you to place one of your hands over your hearts and join me in this heartfelt gratitude to each and everyone and to Rotary for allowing us to know what the privilege of serving is. So thank you. Thank you so very much. And I turn over the microphone to our dear President Chris. So, and before that, and if there's time, if you have any questions that we will be happy to answer, if we have the questions and provide.
Eloisa, I wanted to
Yes.
say one more thing that
Yes.
thanks to Ron Apoon, who heads up really our heart-to-heart program, because a lot of these districts, well, 95% of these districts are all part of the heart-to-heart program that we have, and you guys made a great connection when you were in Memphis with Ron, and that paid off dividends. So you know, I can't be more thankful than all these folks that are in there, from the heart of America to the heart of Mexico. So we hope that this will start a relationship, a long-term relationship with 4110. And our district's 4170 and 4140. So anyway, it's a wonderful program, and I'm glad everyone has a part in it.
Yes, thank you, Big Rich. Ron Apoon sent me an email mid-morning apologizing that he was not going to be able to be with us this evening, but he has been present. He has been present ever since Memphis. Emails, calls, and negotiating. So yes, we highly and deeply recognize all his effort and his work and his kind demeanor every time we would meet, his encouraging words, and always making our hope stand high as we pursue this grant.
Eloisa,
So
I think you have a question from Francie.
yes,
Well,
Francie.
It's just I wanted you to meet my husband. I talked with you, but this is my husband, Ralph Hall. He just came on to hear all about this too. So thank you for this information.
Oh, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Francie, and
Does
welcome.
anyone have a question that they would like to ask?
Well,
I don't know that you were maybe you said it and I missed it, but for the $380,000 investment, how many water systems does that mean? How much are we actually going to be able to do with that amount of money?
that's a question that Lisa's going to reply. She's got the numbers.
All right, Luisa.
Approximately.
Hi. Approximately is 120 systems.
And then each system impacts how many people?
Oh, 1 second, please. Is
each system impacts one family.
yes.
Each family house has their own system.
Yes, there's approximately in this first phase with the DDF funds, the goal is for 54 water harvest. And if you multiply water harvest, and if we multiply by 4.8, we would get approximately 260 beneficiaries. However, this number is going to multiply once we do all the numbers with the donations that are coming in. Okay, we have that opportunity, so we don't know whether it'll be a 60 or 70%. So it's looking really grand, really grand.
At
So
120 systems, you're looking at 600 folks at least, a minimum.
At least,
yes. Any other questions?
So we're really grateful for your love and for being here with us in this project. We're really, from Captar, we're really, really grateful. We wouldn't be doing all these 120 projects without you. So we're really grateful that you're helping us and you're working with us. And hope you can all come visit La Sierra.
I think Bob and Eloisa deserve a big round of applause from especially the Pathways Rotary Club for representing us and connecting us in such a deep way with so many people that can make a huge impact. And we are so honored to have this project coming through our club. It's fantastic. So we're very thrilled. Does anybody else have one question? We have a couple minutes. Bob, go ahead.
It might be helpful for Eloisa and Luisa to explain the overall need in the Sierra. It sounds like when you do 100 rooftops, that would really handle a lot of people. But people don't realize the size of the number of the population there and the amount of work that needs to be done beyond this. So,
Yes, in our work, we estimated 36,000 families in the Sierra Tarahumara. Now, with what CAPTAR has done in the past and what we're doing, you know, every time we get closer and closer and closer. That's why Ron Apun is also targeting next year that we continue with other grants. So that would be something that our incoming district governors will have to look into, and well, we're here to support, and thank you for your applause, but I just have to say that we are a team. We are a team, and that's why we're where we're at, and why we want to continue. I believe Paul Sears had a question. Yes.
Yeah, my question is, how are the families selected who get the water systems?
Well, go ahead, Laura.
Thank you. They select themselves. They apply for a water system. We don't make any system that they didn't ask for. We announced that we're going to be in some community, and so they sign that they want to have a water system in their houses, and we go and explain them, make some measures, and then they sign that they really want them, because they have to work also in their own systems.
And what happens if you have too many applicants for the number of projects?
We work in certain communities. The communities are not that big. The people in the Sierra, they live very separate one from another. So yes, we have some applications, but we announced that we're going to be in this community this time, and then we choose the communities, and then the families ask for their own system.
So every year, like, we move the area where we're going to be working. So it's been like 16 years that we'll be working with the water harvesting. So they come and apply for the water system in the area that we're working.
Okay.
They usually hear by word of mouth of the projects. So a community becomes interested, and then they solicit to CAPTAR the
and
projects.
They have their own governors, and sometimes we receive the applications through their governors. And if we have a lot of applications from that community, then we'll go and work there. But you can't do anything that they don't ask for, because then they wouldn't they wouldn't take care of them, or they wouldn't use them. So you have to wait for them to want to have one water harvest, then we go build it.
Thank you, Laura. I see a hand. I see a hand from Marielo.
Thank you. And well, first of all, congratulations, because this teamwork is for us, is very hopeful, and it's a privilege to saw how many impact it's the volunteer and the hearts and and the knowledge of the needs of a community. Just adding, we have the pleasure to work together with Captar and with the FECHAC also, and also meeting you, Eloisa, and all the team of Cesar and everybody. Just adding for the information, if you need more information, I know Captar made a research, and what they do is looking forward for the poorest communities here at the Sierra Madre. And this research is they do I know they do this research because we have the knowledge of all the evaluation that they do about noting which locations are in the most need situation. And also they have studies with the government, with local government and the state government, to knowing where the population of the poorest population is located. And just adding, the Sierra Madre has communities very small, so helping around 30 houses in the Sierra Madre is helping all the community. So this effort that you are doing is helping a lot of communities. If you saw in the beautiful pictures that you have present, you saw that there's houses that are near around, I don't know the longevity of one house from another, but we have communities with 10 houses or 15 houses, so it's more difficult for them to have networks of helping each other for having the basic needs, water, or food, everything. So this support that you're having is for a very strong impact, and hopefully you keep helping this community. I'm sorry, because it's very representative for us, the strength that you are making for our people. So thank you very much.
Marielo, thank you. Thank you. Un abrazo, Marielo. We're very close to our closing time, but there's two hands, and I just want to respect Mr. Sears, Paul Sears, and Matt Peabody. Would you please ask your questions, unmute your phones? Paul, would you please unmute?
Yeah, I did ask my question. Thank you.
You did ask your question. Matt, dear Matt.
My question is, how obvious are the benefits? If the benefits are very obvious, it seems to me that this would be a self-marketing program. If the benefits could be shown to all the other communities, and if they are really that obvious.
Yes, Matt, they are. It's a direct impact because we witnessed this, because once the tank is installed, you know, it's right there. In 2 days they can install it, or in 1 day. So it has a direct impact. So the next step is to wait for rain, snow, hail, or even some moisture that falls down in dew. Now, our experience was that we were there, the installation was done, and 2 days after, it started to rain. So they had water in their tank, as other homes will start to have water. So I will just pass the microphone over to Chris so that she can adjourn our wonderful and significant and meaningful gathering. Thank you.
This was amazing. Thank you so much to everybody, not just Eloisa and Bob, but to all of our guests from Mexico, from all over this country. We just are so appreciative that you've joined efforts to make this happen, and we're excited that this could be a project moving forward for a long time, not just this year. So we are very, very proud of all of you, and thank you so much for joining our meeting tonight. Please know that you are always welcome to join our meeting anytime you want. That you are our friends, so please join us anytime. If you are a member of Pathways and you are moved to increase that Pathways Club donation to this project, go to our webpage and click donate and give a donation, and that will go to the water project. Once more, Natsuki-san, where are you? Otanchobi omedetou. Happy birthday. And Matetereba. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris.
It was a fantastic meeting. So if anybody wants to stick around, you're welcome to stick around, but I will adjourn the meeting officially.
Thank you, Chris. I just want